Would you pay more for the promise of higher quality content? That may be what Netflix is hoping for. Here's a look at the changes you can expect from the streamer in 2024. Streaming has become many people's principal method of TV consumption, but the landscape for streamers is as volatile as ever. In 2023, Warner Bros. Discovery dropped the HBO from HBO Max, controversially rechristening the streaming service to the simpler Max, and Netflix cracked down on password sharing with anyone outside of a single household.
The days of account sharing appear to be in their final act.
Netflix has primed for what could be considered an unusual year, given that Stranger Things, Wednesday, and other major shows won't return to the streaming service until 2025 as a result of the months-long WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes impacting production. A letter Netflix circulated to its shareholders at the start of 2024 all but confirms that, at some point during the year, subscribers will end up having to pay more to access its library of movies and shows. 6 pages into a 16-page document breaking down the company's finances, a section outlines how Netflix plans on occasionally increasing subscription fees. Forthcoming improvements to the product are cited as justification for those price hikes. The one group already guaranteed to pay more for Netflix is subscribers who are on its $11.99 per month plan. In July 2023, the streaming service removed access for new subscribers to what was then a $9.99 per month plan, instead offering a $6.99 option with ads, a $15.49 ad-free alternative, or a $22.99 per month premium plan. Existing customers were allowed to stay on the $9.99 plan, but a few months later were asked to pay an additional $2 per month.
You can still Netflix and chill, but it's going to cost you.
Netflix told investors at the start of 2024 that it would begin removing subscribers from this cheaper, standard plan in Canada and the UK, before moving on to other countries. Those users will have to switch to either its ad-supported tier or the significantly more expensive ad-free plans. Live sports remain one of the biggest missing pieces for streaming services, largely due to lucrative deals keeping many of the larger sporting brands predominantly on traditional broadcast TV. This is slowly starting to change, however. Max now broadcasts some NBA games, for example, and the 2024 Super Bowl streamed on Paramount+. Netflix is also getting in on live sports, or more accurately, sports entertainment. The company announced in January 2024 that it purchased the rights to exclusively broadcast WWE's flagship weekly TV show, Monday Night Raw. The weekly pro wrestling show won't actually start on Netflix until January 2025. But this significant addition to Netflix's portfolio could definitely affect the streaming service before that. It's possible, for instance, that Netflix will look to test out the technology needed to stream Raw ahead of its January debut. It's also possible that the $5 billion price tag for the rights to the series will impact subscription fees sooner rather than later. It's clear that securing the rights to Raw means significant changes are coming to Netflix that, along with its relatively new ad-based plan, brings the streaming service one step closer to a traditional TV model. Netflix has dabbled with in-person experiences on various occasions, like a moving Stranger Things pop-up that sells branded products and offers themed photo ops. At the end of 2023, Bloomberg reported that Netflix is expanding this component of its business significantly with a retail concept called Netflix House. Unlike the pop-up experiences the company has tried out in the past, Netflix House stores will be permanent. The first 2 Netflix houses will open in an as-yet unspecified location in the US by 2025. Like the Stranger Things pop-up, each Netflix house will include a merch store and themed experiences. For instance, an obstacle course modeled after Squid Game is among the plans currently in place for the Netflix house concept upon its debut. Attractions will rotate in and out, presumably depending on what's newly streaming at any given time. Also at each Netflix house, fans can order food and drinks themed after various Netflix originals. Netflix houses will mark a big step toward retail becoming a more permanent part of its business.
You know what, I need one more thing.
At the start of 2024, Scott Stuber, chairman of Netflix's film production arm, announced his departure from the streaming service to start his own independent production company. Among the names rumored to be replacing him are former Paramount executive Emma Watts and former Warner Brothers chairman Toby Emmerich. During an earnings call, Netflix's co-CEO Ted Sarandos claimed that no significant changes are expected in light of Stuber's departure. But according to Variety, Stuber himself planned to overhaul Netflix's film strategy just prior to his exit. Sarandos' statement then implies that the company will move forward with Stuber's recent plans. Stuber notably started out prioritizing quantity over quality, greenlighting a mix of projects. Some turned out to be critical duds, like the 2020 action movie The Last Days of American Crime, and other Oscar winners like Roma. At the end of 2023, Stuber announced a renewed focus on quality. Once Netflix chooses its new film chairperson, the expectation seems to be that they will produce a smaller number of projects with a greater focus on quality than in years past. During the 2023 entertainment industry strikes, the WGA asked Netflix shareholders to vote against the then-current payment plan for the company's top executives. At that year's shareholders meeting, votes against the method of paying execs nearly outnumbered votes for it 3-1. So Netflix has confirmed that it's revamping how C-suite salaries are calculated. In a letter to shareholders, the streaming service acknowledged the controversy over its CEO compensation packages and promised change in 2024. In 2022, co-CEO Ted Sarandos earned a base salary of $20 million. That number will drop significantly in 2024, according to reporting by Deadline, with Sarandos and co-CEO Greg Peters' base pay starting at $3 million each. That said, that base pay will only be part of pay packages with a total value of $40 million each. The WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes then not only impacted Netflix's slate of releases for 2024 and beyond, but also pay at the company's corporate headquarters as well.